Morning. What is up, YouTube? And welcome back to the My Crypto Journey live stream here for Coffee and Crypto on a fantastic Friday day. Do me a favor before we get started, smash that like button, baby. Let's go. Let's start the day off with the like, baby. How you guys doing? What's up? Welcome to the Friday stream. What's up, babies? How y'all doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? We have quite a bit of news actually today for you guys, which it's kind of honestly the news has been dry this week. So even though the markets are blood red right now, it's kind of nice to see something happening, right? Even though it may not be the information that we want. So we'll go over why the cryptocurrency market's dumping, and then we'll go ahead and see, is it time to buy, sell, whatever, hodl. But here's the thing, guys. I mean, no one can really time the market. I wouldn't sell anything, honestly. But you do you, boo, because I am expecting the market to dump even more next month. Hey, we'll see what happens, or excuse me, the rest of this month, but we'll see what happens. But of course, this is started by the whole Silvergate debacle, so we'll see what happens. What's up, babies? And of course, shout out to my sponsors, Volt Inu and Pomeranian. Dude, we had an insane AMA yesterday for Palm, of course, hashtag ad. Make sure to check them out. Links to that AMA is in the description down below. And they made their own decentralized application, and pretty much it's like something like a Tornado Cash, except a little better and a little different, right? And pretty much you can mask your transactions, which is absolutely fantastic. I'll get that technology to you guys a little later. I'm going to make a demonstration video down the road. And of course, Volt Enu is doing some insane marketing, which is kind of crazy since they spent the whole last month doing marketing. So what's up, babies? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. So it's so good to see the chat so chatty. I got to start the greetings right now. I'm never going to catch up. So we have Mizzy Matt in the chat, number one today. We have, what's up, Javi? Got my Javi coffee ready. We have Andrew for all. Good morning. Good morning. Kay, what's up, Kay? How you doing, baby? Every time I put a crypto crash title, Kay jumps in the chat. What's up, Matt? How you doing? Yes, it is FUD day, baby. What do you guys got going on for Friday? What's up, Bree? How you doing, baby? What's up, Steve, the Canadian? Nicest man in crypto. Just happens to be Canadian. No coincidence. What's up, Blockchain? Betty, how you doing? Blockchain, are we working today or we get a day off? Because I know yesterday you got a little day off and Blockchain Betty was wilding, baby. What's up, Slim Jesus? What's up, baby? Taz, good morning from Kingdom. What's up, Jay? Hawk, how you doing, baby? Sacklehunt, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, crypto.com. So, yeah, if you guys didn't know, we covered it yesterday. Bone got covered on, listed on crypto.com. I think it was, I saw your message, Sacklehunt. I think you came into the stream after I announced that yesterday that crypto.com announced Bone. So I announced it like maybe one of the first stories of the day. So shout out to Bone. And although the price didn't pump, it's still a big deal in my opinion. SHIB army in the house. You know, I give SHIB a lot of shit, guys, but I still respect SHIB, right? And plus, it's something to talk about. You know, sometimes it's fun to poke fun at these guys who keep saying they're going to do something, they don't do it. What's up? Who we have? Maddie B. What's up, Maddie? What's up, Bud? How you doing? What's up, Dylan? What's up, baby? What's up, baby? What's up, Ben? We have, what's up, Edgar? How you doing, baby? Edgar with the dank memes on. If you guys don't follow Edgar on Instagram, you're missing out. What's up, Brad? How you doing, baby? Brad, we working? Of course we're working, right? The hell else is new? Good to see you, Brad. What's up, Mr. Dino? What's up, Timbo Slice? How you doing? Tectonic fam in the house. What's up, Rob? Got it? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. What's up, John? John C. What's up, Jason from my Alter Journey? How you doing, baby? How's that? Are you getting back to running? How's that going? What's up, Elijah? What's up, baby? Obad Akhtar, dude, welcome, man. Good morning. Good morning. And we have to start the day off with one gifted membership already from Brad. Brad, thank you so much for gifting a membership. And who did you gift it to? Who got that membership? I don't see. Gabriel, congratulations. Welcome to the Degenerates. That eggplant looks oh so nice next to your name. And thank you so much, Brad, for gifting another membership. It seems like you're gifting one every single day. Thank you to all my members. I appreciate you guys. Ron says, my neighbor sold all his Bitcoin. That's why it's dumping. What's up, Lucid Crypto? Shout out to the WAGME Army in the house. Dude, WAGME going crazy. What's up, Doc? Volt Army in the house. Awandi, how you doing? I heard that Andrew Tate may have cancer. I don't know. Khan says, announced recession will be the main catalyst. I think so, too. I think so, too. Crypto High, good morning. Do we have the whole squad in the house? Glenn, what's up, baby? We have a $20 donation from Bullish Crypto. Says, NGN next. Dude, shout out to the NGM fam. You guys are freaking rolling deep. Shout out to the NGM fam in the house. Maybe I got to check out NGN. We'll see about that. But thank you so much, Bullish Crypto. I do appreciate you guys donating so much to the channel. What's up, Curtin? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning. That's how you shill, right? Lots of drama. Well, Brad, hopefully, Coffee and Crypto can get you away from a little bit of that drama. let's have some good news. And maybe Will says, "'Tis the season to lose money." Fa-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Tis the season to buy the top, ladies and gentlemen. No, we're near bottom, right? We're not at the bottom, I don't think, but we're near bottom. But bullish for crypto. Shout out to the NGN fam in the house with the fat donations. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Good morning, Bobby. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, Doge, Neville, what are you aping into? What are you aping into, guys? Let me know in the chat right now. Which army are you representing? Volt Army, SHIB Army, NGN Army. What army are you representing right now? What's your biggest crypto bag? Let me know, and I'm gonna get to the news. All right, guys. We go to write this down. Okay. So, of course, we have to start off with why the heck is the cryptocurrency market selling, right? It's time to panic sell, right? Why is the cryptocurrency market selling off? What the hell is going on? Why is it dumping? Why is Bitcoin dumping? Why is Ethereum dumping? And why do we have so much? Why do we have $200 million worth of crypto futures liquidated post Silvergate crash? Well, obviously, Silvergate is a big figure in the cryptocurrency world. Now, the reason why this whole thing started, and if you guys don't know, yesterday Binance announced that Coinbase announced that it would no longer be using Silvergate as like their bank. If you guys don't know about Silverbank, it was founded in 1988. Obviously, freaking crypto wasn't around then, but Silvergate did one thing that a lot of banks didn't want to do, which was deal with cryptocurrency companies. Silvergate, other banks don't want to do with that. In fact, yesterday, HSBC said, you know what? You can no longer use credit cards for any sort of cryptocurrency purchases because credit cards are insured in a lot of things for a lot of things. So you really see, right? You really see how a lot of these big institutional banks are just like, yeah, we don't like cryptocurrency. And we have a $10 donation from Glenn Allen for the Bull Run Army. And we have a Sir Better Than You with a $20 donation for the NGN Love. Thank you so much, NGM fam. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the massive donations already. Dude, thank you guys so much. I do appreciate that. But after Coinbase announced that, hey, man, we're not going to be using you guys anymore, they dumped 47% yesterday. And now it's a total of 57%. And it doesn't look like they're going to recover. And one of the big reasons why this is happening is the fact that maybe the SEC and other, sort of regulatory, services and departments are starting to investigate them. Now, there was a rumor a little while ago that apparently Silvergate may have been involved in some of the FTX shadiness, right? I mean, I pulled up an article yesterday, and I mean, it was kind of a big deal. Right. And I mean, this article came out on February 15th. It said SBF and FTX fraud aided and abetted by Silvergate Bank alleges lawsuit. So it's like when you have news articles like that come out and now they're being investigated, it's kind of shady. And they were late in filing their annual report. So this is freaking a lot of investors out. So we're seeing Silvergate tank like crazy. And that's what's really bringing down the cryptocurrency market. And Visa just announced that they're going to stop all, crypto credit or crypto card services. Now, I don't know if that applies to the crypto cards that already exist, like the Binance cards and the Coinbase cards, but maybe these partnerships down the road. We know that a lot of smaller cap cryptocurrency projects are just mid-tier caps, whatever. They make these huge announcements like Visa partnership and all these things just to get some sort of catalyst. So, Visa's like, and Master, Visa's like, you know what? No, absolutely not. We're going to wait on that. You know what I mean? We're going to stop these partnerships until the smoke clears, right? And I do think that a lot of big institutions are very, very scared of cryptocurrency. Now, CZ made a post about a month ago or maybe 2 months ago and talked about how, you know what? A lot of people in this space were scared of the cryptocurrency, especially big institutional investors. But then he also mentioned that, the general public is starting to, have their faith restored in cryptocurrency. But unfortunately, big businesses and institutions, it's going to take a while for them to really, really see crypto as a safe investment. And we need them to see crypto as a safe investment in the future. And I do think that with regulation, we're going to have all this big money coming into the market. So it's one of those things where it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. But and another factor we have to keep in mind, shout out to the MGN fan, is that another thing we have to keep in mind is that the inflation numbers came out and they weren't good, guys. And it looks like, we're going to be harsher and stricter. We're going to have harsher and stricter monetary policies going forward, which is going to pull the cryptocurrency market back. But hey, here's the thing. I never get mad about this, guys. it never makes me worried or upset. And yeah, it's kind of scary to watch the market dump, but crypto's not going to go away. And what's this going to do? What is this going to do? Is going to present an opportunity for you to buy your favorite projects at a very, very cheap discount. At a very, very cheap discount. And that should make you excited. That should make you very excited to be able to pick up anything you want, most anything that's established at a discount. Now, obviously, not all projects are good projects. A lot of projects are gonna collapse and go away. But you should pay attention to the teams that are really trying to push their brand, even in a bear market. So, of course, the Silvergate thing is what's really dumping the market, right? Everybody's saying, you know what, we're not using Silvergate as a bank. So, who's going to be the next bank to take a risk for cryptocurrency, right? Who's going to be the next bank to really bet on cryptocurrency? It's going to be interesting to see what exactly happens. Now, the next story is it's related to FTX. So $9 billion, which is crazy. Let's go back a little bit. So we know that FTX, after the collapse, John Ray, of course, is the new CEO, and they were able to recover $5 billion worth of liquid assets, says their lawyers. Now, this is 1 month after they claimed that they found $1 billion. So a total of $6 billion, right? So the job for John Ray, right, and the new FTX executives, of course, they replaced everyone who got fired and they're handling the bankruptcy, is to recover as much customer funds as they can. Because here's the thing, guys. I don't feel bad for these exchanges going down. And honestly, it's a damn shame to see these centralized exchanges being the reason why cryptocurrency is looking bad. It's like the over here on the decentralized side, we're chilling. We're using Uniswap. We're minding our own business. We're buying shit coins. You know what I mean? We're buying meme coins. We're minding our own business. And you got these assholes with these big companies like Do Kwon, and we'll talk about him a little later, FTX and those sorts of things. We have these assholes coming in and just ruin it for everybody. You know what I mean? Pulling off these big scams and making us look bad. Like, I couldn't go anywhere without someone asking me, Rodney, are you okay? Did you hear about the FTX? It's like, of course I heard about FTX. Duh. You know what I mean? But like, people, this issue was transcendent, bro. Transcendent. Like, it went beyond cryptocurrency. Average Joes knew about this, right? And guys, do me a favor, smash that like button. Smash that like button, baby. Okay, it was just announced that apparently, let's see this, that apparently, let's go to, that apparently almost $9 billion is missing and customer funds are missing. That's a huge amount of customer funds to go missing, and kind of scary, to be honest, right? Like, that's a lot of money. So what are they going to do? So and that's what I worry about. I worry about the average investor, right? The average investor that maybe put like a couple $1,000 on these exchanges, because that might seem like a lot to some people, but it's a lot to a lot of people. Now, we know FTX Japan made everything right, but of course, different countries have different regulatory like laws and rules, and Japan was already squared away with this. But let's read this article and see exactly what's going on. So it says, it has been almost 4 months since the cryptocurrency exchange FTX collapsed. Yet developments pertaining to the exchange, its executives and customers continue to take place. Now, if you guys don't know, the other day, one of their like lead developers, the guy who's responsible for the code and those sorts of things, pretty much pleaded guilty and is turning on SBF, because something they coded into the exchange is that they were giving these larger institutions like Elevator Research dibs over like the average Joe, which you cannot do, right? There's all kinds of favoritism and preferential treatment, right? It said a recent report from the Wall Street Journal pointed out that $8.9 billion worth of customer funds have been unaccounted for and therefore missing. It says this is the first time the exchange has revealed a number pertaining to the fund deficiency. The exchange has reportedly pinned down around $2.7 billion in customer assets, relative to $11.6 billion of the balance outstanding on customer accounts. The estimated value of FTX assets and liabilities is based on asset prices in November 2022, when the firm filed for bankruptcy. And I think cryptocurrency is in a better spot then, and I know a lot of their assets were in crypto. It says Alameda Research had borrowed around $9.3 billion from customer accounts before bankruptcy. Jeez. Thus, the current $8.9 billion hole can be attributed to Alameda Research. FTX did not clarify if the funds were borrowed with or without customer consent. Obviously, borrowed without customer consent. Did you guys get a notice saying, "Hey, man, we're going to be using some of your money to make risky investments with Alameda Research"? No. According to a financial update filed, FTX sister company only had about $475 million in cash in its account as of January 31st. Commenting on the latest development, John Ray III, of course, the CEO of restructuring, it says, FTX books and records are incomplete and in many cases, totally absent. For these reasons, it is important to emphasize that this information is still preliminary and subject to change. And pretty much what they're saying is there's no proper record keeping at all. So we can't tell you exactly what's missing, but we know it's this much. And guys, it's going to be more than this, right? It's going to be more than this. Can you imagine trusting billions of dollars into a company who doesn't keep records accurately? Oh, what? And that's the problem with operating somewhere else in the world. You don't have these harsh regulatory laws and rules you have to follow, right? It's kind of crazy. It says, thus, at this stage, it cannot be anticipated how much compensation affected customers would receive. So we don't know how much customers are going to get back. Is it going to be 70 cents on the dollar, 80 cents on the dollar, 30 cents on the dollar? We don't know. Even though the exchange has tracked down $2.7 billion. However, around $1.5 billion of that said amount includes liquid crypto assets like FTX token, FTT. So I guess it's going to be, they're going to be selling FTT to repay you guys. And where's FTT at right now, by the way? And before the FTT dollar, jeez. I actually bought some of this because I'm a degenerate on the dip. That was a mistake. Jeez, dude, it was at $22 when it sold. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, right? It's crazy. It's crazy, right? But, it's kind of expected in this environment, Frank Q, yes, I heard about that. So Frank says it's rumored that ETH will dump due to the SEC might go after ETH as a security. I don't see how you can say something like Cardano is a security and like a bunch of other cryptos are a security and say ETH is not a security. The only real commodity, I think, is Bitcoin. It just makes sense. Just makes sense to me. FTX debacle continues. Funds are still missing. There's still stuff going on, and it's going to be very interesting to see how all this plays out. This whole FTX situation. I mean, how much money are customers really going to get back? And what we're starting to see now is we're starting to see the media really focus on the battle that SBF is going to have in court, because he's going to be battling Gary Huang, right? He's going to be battling Caroline Ellison, and now one of their lead engineers, right? That all in court because they're all turning against him to get lighter sentences, right? And this SBF, I think SBF is just kind of delusional. I think he thinks he's going to get out of this scot-free. I think it's similar to like what Do Kwon, in that situation. It's like, dude, no way you're getting out of this scot-free, right? Absolutely no way. So that's an update on the FTX situation. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this? What do you think about this whole situation? Now, let's move over to Coinbase, because there's something very interesting. Give me a second. That Coinbase CEO said the other day, and I was like, well, it's not really fair. Let me explain. So we know, right? We know that Coinbase it delisted BUSD, right? Which is it's interesting, right? They delisted Binance, a stablecoin. Now, I think that the reason why they're doing this is because they're trying to make USDC the top stablecoin in the space. If you guys don't know, BlackRock backs Coinbase, BlackRock's backs Circle, USDC, and literally in Coinbase, when you go to use Tether, it has a prompt that says, "Hey, we will let you swap your Tether, right? Your UST for USDC Circle." So they're saying, hey, you can we can freely swap it. That's crazy. Like, no fees. So it's like they're encouraging you to do so. And they delist BUSD. Now, he said, Brian Armstrong said it was due to liquidity concerns. But like literally, if you just go to BUSD, you can see that although the last month they've been dipping in market cap. I mean, look at this. They're already almost at 9 billion. Each and every day, they're losing hundreds of millions of dollars. They went from $16 billion market cap down to a $9 billion market cap, and they're still pegged to $1. To me, that doesn't seem like any liquidity concerns. So I don't know if this is real. I think that they're just lying. I think this is a brutal business at its best. What do you guys think? You know what I mean? This is brutal business at its best. It's like, how can there be, when we saw Tether go under, or not under, but like, remember there was this FUD about Tether, I don't know, 6-8 months ago, Like literally, like we saw Tether like go down to like 0.999. You know what I mean? But no, Paxos said, no, you're lying. We have enough money to defend our peg. And it looks like they do. I mean, you don't go down $7 billion in market cap and not have, and have a liquidity issue, in my opinion. It's kind of crazy to me. It's kind of crazy to me. The balance sheet, so it's just proof of reserves, DoobieTube. So obviously everything on the blockchain is proof of reserve. But the issue is we don't know the liability. So exactly, DoobieTube. That's the thing with cryptocurrencies. Like we can see everything on the blockchain, great, public, but we don't know what are their liabilities. And like, say for example, I have $1 billion in the bank, but I have $3 billion in liabilities. It's like, am I really doing that well when I have, I have $1 billion, but I have $3 billion in liability. So that's the issue with these cryptocurrency exchanges. And some of the top-notch auditing groups decided to not even get involved with crypto. They were like, nah, we're staying out of this, so that's a big deal too. You have to pay attention to something like that. They don't want to be in crypto. And that sucks because then we have no third-party auditing people that we trust. And here's the thing. BUSD is going down. Circle is coming from that number one spot. Circle has the backing of just the regulators. Now, who's the next target? Tether. What's been the FUD with Tether its entire existence? Oh, they don't really have all the assets backing them as they say they do, even though they reported a very profitable last year. Very, very interesting. I disagree. You make valid points, but nothing that happens with altcoins is classified dividends. But it's possible to make a good argument. I mean, that's the argument, right? Are some of these cryptocurrency securities, right? And what definition do they kind of fall under, right? It's because if you're issuing something as and expecting some return in return, right? A return in return, well then some crypto could be a security, right? It's tough. It's tough. It's an interesting argument, and that's what we're seeing in the court. And I think that there needs to be some updated rules and laws and regulation, because when did the Howey test, come into existence? It's kind of been out for a long time, right? So we see Coinbase is going after BUSD. Now, are they legit? Are they bad? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But let's go ahead and see what the actual CEO of Coinbase has to say, because it's been a while since we heard about him. So he's talking about cryptocurrency and the financial system. So he thinks that cryptocurrency can help the financial system. So let's watch.
Coinbase's co-founder and CEO is here, Brian Armstrong, and we are at the company's headquarters this morning. He's got a new op-ed out on CNBC.com. It is titled "Offshoring Crypto Hurts the Financial System and America's Geopolitical Standing." I want to welcome him this morning. Good morning.
So that's interesting, right? So one of the big arguments we've had in the United States is that, if we're having all these harsh rules and regulations, bright cryptocurrency minds or people that want to be bright minds are not going to be able to work in the United States because they can't, right? So they have to offshore everything. So it's like if we send all our talent offshore and we have all these exchanges, operating offshore, then we can't regulate them. And I know regulation isn't everything. Like, let me keep my DeFi, let me keep my Uniswap, let me keep my meme coins, but we need to regulate stable coins and we need to regulate centralized exchanges so we stop having these crazy black swan events. And so we stop making the cryptocurrency market look bad, right? And all these guys creating these cryptocurrency projects that are operating in the United States are going to get in some trouble, but I think that's a necessary evil. So let's continue.
Morning.
Thanks, Andrew.
So you have a fascinating piece, and this really goes to what I think is the big issue, which is, do you believe, and I know what you believe, but should policymakers enact some form of real legislation here? If we don't, what happens in terms of that business going abroad? And can it be done without regulation, which is to say, I think a lot of folks look at what the SEC is doing right now, and they're looking at, enforcement actions across the board that are trying to make a point, but maybe not necessarily creating clear guidelines.
And what he's talking about pretty much there is that the SEC is like, hey, man, they're literally going after these, like, no staking, boom. Paxos has to shut down. It's like, why are we dropping the hammer so harsh without giving us clear guidelines? It's like, it's almost like they're trying to have a big D contest, right? Interesting.
And what the right answer is.
Yeah, I mean, I think new legislation is needed. And the reason is that if you look at Americans, 80% of them feel like the current financial system doesn't work for them. The fees are too high, the delays are there, it doesn't serve everybody equally. And so And it's not surprising, by the way. The current financial system is built on 40-year-old technology. Some of the laws have been around for 100 years before the internet even existed. And so, my belief is that cryptocurrency is actually the most important technology that can help update the financial system.
And that's what we all believe, right? And it's true. I mean, look at you guys. Let me know in the comments. I mean, when you're sending money, like if you have friends and family overseas and different countries, like Western Union takes so much of your money sometimes. Or if you want to send money to like friends and family, sometimes these payment systems are so old and clunky and they don't work on the holidays and weekends and those sorts of things. And the government can come in and just print more money when they want to. Like there's so much problem with like our monetary system. So crypto is the answer.
And what's really cool to see is that actually the user base of crypto advocates out there, there's 1 in 5 households in the US are now using crypto. They're actually coming together and starting to get organized and saying, we want to elect candidates across 435 congressional districts that will help create this industry here in America safely.
Do you think realistically we are closer to regulation? Becky and I and Joe were talking about this earlier. And, it feels like...
One thing I want to point out is that, does it feel like we're closer to crypto regulation, or we've been talking about this for the last year? Like, what regulation are we getting here? It seems like like Tornado Cash taken down. Okay, we can't have that, right? Okay, something like staking, we can't have that. But like staking so broad, so are we getting clear regulation, or are they just laying the hammer down? They're dropping the hammer.
Joe, we're talking about this earlier, and it feels like we're closer, but also feels like maybe we're just as behind as we were 5 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I've been spending more and more time in D.C., and what's great to see is that there is strong bipartisan support for legislation. I think everybody saw what happened with FTX, and they said, okay, we need to make sure there's strong consumer protection. We also recognize that there's innovation potential here, and we don't want this to be like 5G or something like that, the semiconductor industry that got moved offshore too much. We need this to be built here in America with strong consumer protection. So there's at least 3 different groups I'm aware of in D.C., senators that are working on different bills being drafted in various different forms. And, it takes a small miracle anytime something actually becomes law, but I'm excited to see that there's people who are passionate about that, making that happen. And I think the voters in America want to see that. They're going to elect candidates coming up who are going to advocate for that.
So what do you tell the crypto critics? And I'm thinking Senator Elizabeth Warren.
It's funny. I just remember watching Sam Bankman-Fried's interview on this, and they were like, you're really praising him, and he rolled in his dusty ass, typical FTX uniform and his Toyota Corolla. Well, he's a billionaire, but he's so coy. And it's like, yeah, it literally drives to a $35 million mansion and slamming Addy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, CNBC, I think out of all the news networks really tries. This interview's obviously different, but when it comes to their typical cryptocurrency content, they do a good job, right? Obviously, like Chrissy says, this is an interview from a guy who runs an exchange. You know what I mean? Of course, it's going to be tailored to, maybe some of his points and some of the things he wants, and it's easy to dunk on, FTX and those sorts of things. Well, good morning, Matthew. Good morning, Chris. How you doing? Good morning, Joancaru. Good morning, Ron.
She has said the following. She says, we have money laundering rules that cover banks and credit unions and stockbrokers and gold dealers and even Western Union, but current rules don't cover big parts of the crypto industry, and crypto likes it that way. Is she right?
No, that's just simply not true. I mean, Coinbase is a great example of this. I
there we
started
go,
this company
baby. Chill it.
more than 10 years ago now, and I started it.
More than 10 years Coinbase has been out and about. Isn't that crazy? More than 10 years. You know what CZ has to say about that? This is what CZ says. F you, Brian Armstrong. Why are you delisting my stablecoin, Brian? Put my stablecoin back on your exchange. Here. All right, let's continue.
In the United States for a reason. I believed that this needed to be built here in a compliant and regulated way. So we've actually been regulated for about 10 years now. I mean, we initially sought out money transmission licenses here in the US because that was the closest thing we could find to a license that made sense. We've since gone beyond that. I mean, we got one of the first BIT licenses in New York. We're regulated by the CFTC, a federal regulator here, registered with FinCEN. And by the way, that's just in America. So the US risks really being left behind here a little bit. The rest of the world is actually moving and trying to draw crypto companies in. London and Singapore and Hong Kong and the financial hubs of the world are saying, we want crypto to be built here. Europe just passed comprehensive crypto legislation. And so the US really risks falling behind.
That's true. And that's true. I mean, that's something we can all see.
More on the market.
The US is risking falling behind. The US is like, you know what? Nah, man, you have an idea. Go somewhere else. We don't want you here in the United States. Go somewhere else. And that's not what we need, right? We need young minds and people. I mean, here's the thing. Everyone who wants like a really good education, where do they go? They usually go to the United States, right? It's to some of these top colleges. I mean, how many foreign people are here, and especially in Southern California, we have a large Asian population that a lot of them are not even from here, but they come here to go to school. It's like, USA is a hub for people that want to get some of the best educations. Not all colleges are the same, obviously. I'm not saying that, but that's true. You know what I mean? So let's not push, companies and cryptocurrency minds out of here, because, I see what Brian's saying, but it's like, well, I mean, on the flip side of that, Dowie, is like, we know that a lot of cryptocurrency companies that started in the United States are like literally moving to like Dubai and stuff like that, like the Saitamas of the world, right? They're like, nah, we're not gonna have our LLC out of the United States. We're gonna be in Dubai and those sort of things. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, Gary Dickslinger. I think Gary Dickslinger is like an appropriate name for him, right? And we have 200 people in the chat, guys. Do me a favor, smash that like button. We are 54 likes. Let's get the ball rolling. And let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, what do you think about this situation? Do you think the SEC is too harsh regulations? Do you think they're being fair? Do you think they need more comprehensive legislation? I'm interested to hear your opinion, because, your opinions matter. And honestly, when you go to the voting polls and those sort of things, we got to start voting for people that are pro crypto. But my thing is like, how many of these politicians are running on being pro crypto, and how many are, and how many are just faking it? Now, this is interesting. We saw this. So Binance partners with law enforcement agencies to launch anti-scam campaign. So that's nice. It's nice to see Binance partner with law enforcement. Now, that may seem like an American thing, but it's not. Last time I read this, it was a bunch of other countries and not Binance. So quick little article here, but it's nice that we're getting some sort of blockchain detectives, like legit ones, out there to make sure that people are getting wrecked so openly. Because what we've seen in this space is that literally everyone is just getting riggedy wrecked out there in the cryptocurrency space. So shout out to Binance for buffering this bolstering this part of their cryptocurrency company. It's always been a thing, though. This is not new. So maybe there's just no news this morning. They have to talk about this, right? So So the announcement notes the joint efforts with Hong Kong police force. What's crazy about this is that China was so like bearish on cryptocurrency like a year and a half ago, and now like since Hong Kong is like has their own autonomy and those sorts of things, like China's actually supporting them and welcoming crypto back into China, which is a big deal overall. That's a huge deal. Huge deal. And it wasn't the reason why China banned crypto. Well, one of the big reasons was because of like the mining and those sorts of things. Like it was bad for the environment. What do you guys remember that story? It was for a couple reasons, but I think it was for mining. Crazy. What's up, hung like a tortoise? How you doing, baby? Ron says soon you won't be able to on-ramp your fiat into crypto. Dude, CBDCs are so bad, dude. CBDCs are not good. That's too much control. But every country and their mom is launching some sort of CBDC program, so it is kind of terrifying, to be honest. But we'll see if it happens. But Bone on CDC is amazing. The China, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want a big country like China in cryptocurrency, right? More regulation equals less FUD. I think so too. I think some clear-cut regulation will make it so there's less FUD in the market, right? Who knows? I don't know, but it seems like that's the way, right? So, when it comes to we'll circle back to the beginning of the conversation when Coinbase is, kind of FUDing BUSD. I don't think they have liquidity issues. I think that Coinbase is just taking out a competitor. And honestly, I think that USDC is going to be the next stablecoin. I think if you're Tether, you should be very, very scared. I know maybe that might be FUD, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you should be very, very scared. My thing is like, Brian Armstrong says that like, oh, we're pushing all these cryptocurrency products offshore and those sort of things. But it's like, we just saw the SEC take out BUSD in a day for no reason. Like, how is BUSD a security? And how apparently there was a complaint that they're having liquidity issues before the sell-off. And we see right now is that there doesn't seem like there's any liquidity issues with BUSD. And it's like, Paxos is operating out of the United States. CZ said, hey, I'm in charge of Binance.com, which is not an American company. I'm the CEO. Paxos, that mints BUSDR stablecoin, operates in the United States. There's no conflict of interest. You don't have to worry. But apparently, SEC said, "Yeah, we don't care. Let's clap. Paxos." It's like, okay, so you want us to? This is why people are moving offshore. It's like Tether. Tether's not a U.S. company. Tether's doing their own thing offshore. It's like, is that the way to? It's funny because, of course, obviously, Coinbase supports the little hasty shutdown of BUSD and Paxos in one day. It's like, okay, so I mean, you're kind of supporting something that you just said you don't like. So that's very interesting. So we'll see. Is Tether next, guys? Is the Tether FUD here? What do you guys think? Is Tether next? Crazy. Sorry about the Bitcoin drop. Rodney said take profits, so I did. Shut up. What's up, Professor? How you doing, baby? Let's see. Javi says we need to just perfect regulations, keep the cryptocurrency in the United States. Exactly. Yeah. If you guys didn't know, HSBC, the biggest bank in the UK, you now cannot buy crypto with credit cards anymore. And I know on exchanges you couldn't do that in the first place. You needed a debit card. But I know on some third-party services like MoonPay or the stuff you use for like your Ledger or like any DeFi wallet, they have those third-party providers like you can use to buy crypto, and you could use your credit card on those, and you can't anymore. So at least not in the UK. So that's kind of crazy, right? So no credits on crypto. And I can imagine that's from overwhelmingly because if something gets stolen or your credit card gets like hacked or stolen, like a lot of that's you can get a lot of that back, right? You can get a lot of that reimbursed. But cryptocurrency is such a weird, scammy world where if you do the wrong thing or put your credit card information on the wrong site, like you're going to get wrecked, right? And they're probably going to buy crypto with it. And maybe some people were calling in saying, "Hey, I didn't buy this crypto transaction." So now they're just saying that, you can't do any transactions altogether. So crazy. John says, we're so behind the 8 ball. Asia had just flipped us in terms of taking lead in terms of industry daily volume. US is getting weaker and weaker. That's kind of sad when it comes to cryptocurrency, And, it's crazy because what we do worldwide really is influential around the world, right? Really influential. Now, this is the article. So check this out from yesterday. UK's largest bank, HSBC, bans customers from purchasing crypto with credit cards. So that is a thing. Let's see. DeFi needs off-ramp to realize your gains. People acting like DeFi isn't worthless if it can't be converted to real-world currency. It depends, right? Because if you convert it to obviously Bitcoin, and those sorts of things, it's like anything, right? It's like any kind of asset. It's like, yeah, if you can't convert it into actual money, then technically it's worthless. But like Bitcoin has value. A lot of most shitcoins guys are fake and have no value, and they're only valuable because we give it that value, which is kind of like a bind fuck. Because usually, traditionally, like I've made this example before, like if this special coaster, this little tile coaster, there's only one of these coasters in the world, and it's like it was used by fucking Queen Elizabeth or some shit. People are like, oh, I want that coaster, and people say it's worth $1 billion. Well, it's like, dude, great, because people give it this value because of what happened and what it did and those sorts of things, right? But in cryptocurrency, what we're starting to see is like this pen, this regular ass pen. It's like people are like, yeah, that's worth something, and like, yeah, let's buy that. Those are meme coins. It's like it ain't worth anything. It has no purpose, has no use case. But like anything, it has the value we give it. It's like so many meme coins launch with no use case. You know what I mean? And most of the investors, in my opinion, didn't really think it was something different. Didn't really think it was going to change DeFi. Didn't really think of anything. They just thought, hey, this is a great opportunity for me to make money. The greater fool theory, which is the person buying after you is going to be your extra liquidity, right? So it's weird. It's weird because, yeah, it's, you could say some of this stuff is worthless, but it wasn't worthless when people made hundreds of millions of dollars from, shit coins and those sort of things. But yeah, in order to realize your gains, you need to convert it into fiat or maybe something, maybe like a stable coin or something like that, right? But like Bitcoin, for example, digital gold, you could say, right? A cryptocurrency, a digital asset, like it is valuable. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't need to be converted to money to have value, but in order to realize those gains, I guess, yeah, like anything, right? Like any asset, I suppose. We have a $5 donation from Doc Hughes. Says, I got $5 for the coaster. Thank you so much, Doc. I appreciate you. Houdini Swap is offering. Dude, Houdini Swap. Shout out to Houdini Swap, bro. Let's get an AMA going, Professor. Dono says, did you see Z on a Twitter space this morning, Rodney, saying that he met Gary Gensler in Asia and had lunch with him in 2019 and even taught one of his classes at MIT? I didn't know that. Crypto must have regulations in order to bring in and hold institutional investments. 100%, bro. 100%. Coinbase trying to take the crypto king of the US. Simple game of chess, if you ask me. Yeah, I think Coinbase is coming for that #1 spot. Chrissy says, cryptocurrency volume isn't much. I can't believe people are saying Asia is surpassing us. Crypto adds no value to the economy as of right now. The UK Parliament already has been discussing how CBDCs will ruin public trust and can't be allowed. It's not a sure thing. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we saw, I posted a video the other day. Let's watch this video. This guy, I'm not sure if he's pandering. And let me know what you guys think. Is this guy pandering or does he really care about the cryptocurrency world? Because, you know, unfortunately to me, what I don't like is that a lot of these politicians, they always have to blame something on the other side. It's the Democrats' fault. It's the Republicans' fault. And like, yeah, maybe some of those things are true, but to me, it takes away from, you know, the normie investor that would be buying your crypto or buying your, or be buying your message, you know, and they see you just bashing the other side. And this is what I'm talking about.
Administration is currently itching.
So check this out.
The Biden administration is currently itching to create a digital authoritarian-styled surveillance-style digital dollar. And through an executive order, they are pursuing analysis on a retail CBDC that would not be open, permissionless, or private. In fact, it would be ridden with significant risk to Americans' privacy, security, financial inclusion, and a whole lot more. This kind of digital currency would give the federal government access to and control over literally every financial transaction conducted by Americans. That's why I, along with a number of my colleagues, introduced the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act. The Biden.
So this guy's pro Bitcoin, and what I have seen from some of these people, you know, in Congress and just in our government in general, like a lot of them understand that, you know, the issues from crypto are not really coming from the DeFi side. Yes, they are some of them, right? But the major ones, right? We have people on the DeFi side or decentralized side that are fucking everybody, right? But we also have a lot of people on the centralized side absolutely fucking everybody. So that's actually a huge deal. So you got to pay attention to things like that, right? You know, that's actually a big deal. And this guy's saying, hey, man, CBDCs are a threat to American privacy and security. And they absolutely are, right? 100%. You have a central bank digital currency. It's like central. It's like complete control, right? I know our monetary system is broke, but to me, and when I see CBDCs, it's a knee-jerk reaction to how much people love cryptocurrency. And so they're like, yeah, we got to make something. We got to make something. And I don't know, man. You guys ever just like feel like no one understands what the fuck is going on? Like just the way we've been handling things the last like 5 years, how like, readily available information is when it comes to the U.S. government. It just seems like we have a bunch of weirdos running our the world, right? A bunch of like weirdos. Like we have like this imposter. You guys ever like, I don't know what you guys do for work, but you ever just walk around sometimes and you think like, damn, these guys have it all together and I barely know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we hear about the government. We feel about the government. Like, man, these guys have it all together. And I feel like they don't. I feel like a lot of us don't know what the fuck's going on. It's getting crazy out there, man. It's getting kind of it's hard to trust our government with all these with information so readily available these days, right? Like you question the war. I question so much going on, you know. Like back in the day, like a lot of people, you know, they didn't trust our government and everything, but it seems like now it's even more apparent. And that's not good when the trust in your government goes away. You know, it just seems everything seems so damn shady, man. Crazy. All right, let's continue the freaking cryptocurrency news. But I mean, what do you guys think about CBDCs? And thank you so much, Jocelyn Tan, for the $10 donation. I don't know what SGD is, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. And of course, thank you again, Doc Hughes, for the $5 donation for my coaster. I'll send it to you. El Diablo said, did I just hear that Bitcoin has actual value? Please elaborate that one for me. And I now just read and heard that we absolutely need regulations. What's up, El Diablo? How you doing? And I saw your other comment here. What was your other comment? It said, what the fuck? I know that I didn't hear that that only some shit meme coins don't have any value. Yeah, well, it's weird, right? It's weird in cryptocurrency because some meme coins literally have no use cases, what I mean. And the value we give it is because we want to buy it. That's the value we give it. Like I said before, it doesn't matter what it is. If enough people buy it or want it, it's going to have value. Like there are some things that I think like, why is that even worth anything? Right? For example, I play a popular card game called Magic the Gathering. I don't play too much anymore, but I used to play a lot. And there's cards that are worth 50 grand a card. Now, a person outside of the game would be like, why the hell would you pay 50 grand for a piece of cardboard? But it's rare and people want it, right? That's what it is. It's rare and people want it, or just people want it, right? So with meme coins and shit coins, like so many of these shit coins pumped and made literally generational wealth for some people with no value. It's like in our society, usually something's valuable because it creates value. Like that's like the number one rule of running a business, at least what I've heard, is like you have to just create value for your customers. Like how can you make someone's life better? How are you creating value, right? Whatever it is, whatever product or service you're putting out there. And that's usually how things get value. They're valuable. But in crypto, it's like we launch a shitcoin, Pubi Badinu, and it starts pumping because people just buy it. Like that's its value just because it's a meme coin, because other people want to make money. Of course, you end up being extra liquidity. Now, what makes Bitcoin different from a lot of these other projects is one, there's no actual developer that we know except Satoshi, right, who's anonymous. Two, you can't mint more of it. It's finite. You can't make more of it, right? It's decentralized and you can't make more of it, right? So it's going to get more valuable as time goes on because it's going to become more and more scarce, right? And of course, the halving events, it halves every time. And that's why Bitcoin sends during the halving events. So that's why Bitcoin is very, very valuable. And why people like real cryptocurrency, old school cryptocurrency, people like it because it's truly not decentralized. Like even something like Ethereum, Matic, even Hex, in my opinion, and a bunch of other cryptos are really centralized. And Bitcoin has no leader. There has no flag. Bitcoin it has no banner. It's not a CBDC. It's just a thing. It's a currency like other currencies, except it's a cryptocurrency, a digital currency. So it's everywhere. You know what I mean? So that's why Bitcoin is so valuable. It's hard to blame Bitcoin for anything or any issues when there's no leaders. Like Sam Bankman-Fried does all this shady shit with FTX, you know what I mean? Like bad publicity and those sorts of things. Like when it's centralized, there's all this crap, So that's what I mean by that. And I'm not saying that, we need regulation everywhere. What I'm saying is let us over in the DeFi, let's have our toys. Let us play around. Like let us have our things over here in the DeFi side, right? Fine, fuck it. But on the centralized side where, Grandpa Joe and Aunt Jody, they want to invest, 50 grand of their retirement into Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Like I want them to be able to do that on an exchange so it's safe. But we need regulations because what we saw with FTX, Terra Luna, is like these assholes, they sell their products and services to American customers, get Super Bowl ads, and they're not following rules to keep your money safe. And we need that. We need that. I don't want them to take away my Uniswap. I don't want my MetaMask. I want all that, but I want the normie centralized exchanges to be regulated so people don't get wrecked, like the average Joe. And what I also want is stable coins to be regulated. Why? Because they're stable coins. We'll talk about USTC in a second, but Terra Luna, right? Like this stuff is crazy to me. Like this algorithmic stable coin, it's 2 cents, but it was $1 forever, right? It was pegged to $1. It doesn't matter how algorithmic stable coins can be broken. It doesn't matter who's malicious. It doesn't matter what happened. The truth is it can be broken. If it can be broken so easily, they're not safe. And that's why Terra Classic, USDC will never repeg. And even if it does, it'll never be allowed because regulation is not going to allow algorithmic stable coins because they can be broken. And when you put a lot of your money into these stable coins and you're trusting your money to be pegged to $1, right? This is supposed to be an alternative for not having to cash out your cryptocurrency. You should be able to sleep at night knowing that it's not going to rug, right? So with actual stable coins that are backed by assets like the BUSDs, allegedly, right? The USDCs, the Tethers, and more that are not in the top 10, there should be regulation, which means there should be a team of independent people who are not involved with crypto or companies going in there and saying, all right, what are your assets? Okay, what are your liabilities? What are your profits? All this stuff, like clear records that everyone can see. What's up, Making Sure Money? How you doing? That everyone can see. You know what I mean? Crazy. It's crazy to me, right? That crazy? Like to have a team in there saying, all right, USDC coin, you can back a run on your bank, right? BUSD, you can back a run on the bank. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Those kind of regulations. I'm gonna have to skip some of these comments because I talked way too damn much. Way too much. Let's move over to the next story. I still got some old ass, dude. I'm telling you, bro. Like literally, you know what I mean? Yeah, I got you, El Diablo. Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude. Hey, dude, we do this Monday through Friday, 8 a.m., bro. It's crypto news. Just my opinion. Of course, I don't know everything, but it's just my opinion on some the way things are, guys. And we have 210 people in here, guys. Let's get to 100 likes. We are 74 likes. And remember, if you're a member on my channel, every single Monday we give away $50 in a stable coin for free. All you have to do is be a member. So shout out to all my members in the chat. And lately, shout out to Chris E. Shout out to Brad and many others for donating a lot of memberships on my channel. I do appreciate you guys. But if you have an eggplant next to your name, you can be entered to win every single Monday. I do appreciate you guys. Crypto's not going anywhere. It's the future. Exactly. Yeah. What gets me really excited before we move on to the next stories is that we're going to have those crazy pumps again. It's just finding them. Which cryptocurrency products are going to be the ones that are pumping like crazy? Who's it going to be? I don't know. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Let me know in the comments. What cryptocurrency do you think is going to absolutely send? All right. Is going to absolutely send. Yeah, I know maybe well, but just look up what a death spiral is, bro. Look about if you can cause a death spiral like that, you know what I mean? In the theories of who did it and what happened, like it doesn't matter what it is. I'm not fudding anything. It happened. It happened to many algorithmic stablecoins. And that's why it's just too much. It's just too much, right? And that's why the SEC is going after them. All right, let's go into some Volt news real quick. Of course, my favorite meme coin hashtag. They are a sponsor, but it's not really an ad. I just want to give them some praises real quick because these guys are still spending an insane amount of money on advertising. So check this out real quick. These guys, Volt, is paying for advertisements on BSC, Etherscan, CoinGecko, DexTools, Bogged Finance, PooCoin, CoinMooter, Coin Alpha. This is not the biggest bullish thing ever. This is just advertisement. To put all that money, this is very expensive. I know how much, dude, even just advertising on DexTools is crazy. This is announced 16 hours ago. Volt is literally paying for ads everywhere. So shout out to Volt for, spending the time to advertise and really making their investors and holders satisfied with positive price action during this bear market, like literally pumping when FTX collapsed. And ever since I started talking about it, literally 3xing. So congratulations. Make sure you take your profits and those sort of things, but shout out to them for advertising. And also WAGMI. Of course, WAGMI is a small cap cryptocurrency in our space. These guys have been absolutely shilling the shit out of this at ETH Denver, which I got to go to a crypto conference very, very soon, but literally hitting their highs of the last time when they did their V2. So shout out to WAGMI for really absolutely sending it. MetaMonkey AI, of course, another product I'm really bullish on. They're not sponsoring me, neither is WAGMI. These guys are absolutely killing it. Austin's in Korea, working on the project and those sort of things. So excited. And of course, we have Tectonic over here, dumping quite a bit, but still, yeah, it's still not looking bad. Now, what really surprised me is Bone. Bone didn't send off of the news when it comes to their listing on crypto.com. So we'll see what happens with that. But we're kind of upset that they didn't have any sort of price pump, but makes sense. Chrissy does not like shitcoins. I'll see you in the bull run though, baby. El Diablo says we need Voltoshi to get his eggplant. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Voltoshi. El Diablo says, El Diablo Gucci Gringo. I strongly agree that we need regulatory control over stablecoins and brokerage centralized exchanges, but it stops there for me due to one. Yeah, exactly. They all overreach, bro. They overreach. Later, Silvergate collapse, then the mother of all crashes begin, bro. It says research DJED algorithmic stablecoin. Did they have a stablecoin on the? I thought they were working on that, but they couldn't finish it. That is over collateralized. Wasn't Terra Luna over collateralized at one point? There's a very good video on death spirals. You got to watch it because it's like, it's not like people have malicious intent. It's just like sometimes you can wreck the algorithm, right? And first, quick shout out to Cardano. No one's talking about Cardano right now, and these guys are still top 7. Crazy. Yeah, 100%, Chrissy. Yeah, Bone looking good, man. Bone looking good. I just hope that Shiba Inu doesn't really wear out their you say wear out their welcome when it comes to just news and stuff like that, because people want Shibarium. Guys, Shibarium is supposed to be launching this week. They said it was supposed to launch, but it never happened. You know what I mean? And of course, Bone got another listing. So a ton of listings for Bone. Of course, the biggest ones is crypto.com. They can't keep, maybe they can, but literally, I think a lot of people are going to get tired of Shiba Inu saying things and not delivering, right? So, oh no, they didn't release Shibarium. They didn't release Shibarium. Shibarium didn't release. What they did was they put pretty much some sort of application thing out there for people that want to work on Shibarium, but that's not what they promised. So, well, this is the first time they give us a hard date, DoobieTube. This is the first time they give us a hard date. Duarte says, Duarte says, no big deal about the crash yesterday. Nothing else bad has come out so far. Should we continue to move on forward? Yeah, I mean, look, it doesn't matter what the price. The point of this is to let you guys know it doesn't matter what the price is doing for cryptocurrency. We're going to continue on, right? It doesn't matter what cryptocurrency is doing. We're going to continue on through the bullshit, right? We're going to keep dollar cost averaging into our favorite projects. This not going to look at this happens every year with everyone, and this is what we're trying to avoid, right? It doesn't matter how many people are watching cryptocurrency right now. It doesn't matter if people are buying shit coins. It doesn't matter. We're still going to be here. Like, we're still going to keep buying our favorite projects at a better discount because we believe in the future of cryptocurrency. And if you believe on the future of cryptocurrency, you believe that a 22K Bitcoin is cheap compared to its all-time high of $69,000, right? So it doesn't matter what happens day to day, right? But, it makes for great news. Makes for great news. The landscape, it's crazy how much the landscape is fucking just changing, right? It's just changing. And here's the thing. Shiba Inu doesn't have to have the whole Shibarium come out. Just a test net. So what Hex did, if you guys know who Hex is, a lot of you guys know Hex. Hex put out their Pulse test net. I don't have it on my computer, but I have it on my laptop. Like, you can see, like, at least you can use, mess around in their test net. You can at least do that. Right? It's very, it's cool. At least you could do that. You could do like test swaps and those sort of things, but you can't do shit with Shibarium yet. It's like, dude, give us a test net at least, give us one test net. That'd be nice. But we haven't gotten anything, right? And that's been the issue. Daddy chill. Blockchain says, hopefully that doesn't wreck Volt though. Spending too much money on advertising has killed a lot of products. Positive price action is good, but from my research, it rarely pays off from the cost. So right now, when you see the marketing in a bear market, I don't think they're really expecting a huge pump. I think they did near the end of last month, but I think they understand that, look, at Volt's starting to follow what the market is doing. And although it was pumping independently of the market, it's not doing those sort of things now. So I'm thinking that they still have enough cash on the side. Look, at Volt has high taxes, like very high taxes, like 26% round trip is way too much, but they're reinvesting it into the project, which I can't get mad about. So I don't know how much money they have in reserves, Blockchain Betty, but yeah, we've seen a products market and they're just gone. But what I like about Volt in their stage 5 is that they have Catalyst like in there, like all along the way. There are some things in their roadmap that they're not going to be able to hit until like way later, which is 250 holders, holders, right? They're not going to be able to get that until way later down the road, in my opinion. And 250 Twitter followers, like, it's not going to happen until way later in the future. So we'll see what happens, but I think they're playing this the right way. I mean, of course, no one knows, but I think it's going to be the next big meme coin. And if it is, I mean, congratulations, make your money, take your profits, right? Andrew says, what is WAGMI's contract? I'll put that for you right here. I'll give you the right one. This is the real contract it does right here. To the chat. Invest with caution. I don't think it sounds desperate. It's like crypto.com. It's like crypto.com spent a ton of money advertising for the World Cup and like literally in the depths of the bear market. Just advertising. It's like brand association, so people know about the project. You know, SHIB devs have cried wolf too many times. Yeah, people are starting to get fed up, dude. People are starting to get fed up. Robert says, all these coins under a penny, there is a reason they are under a penny. They are trash. Well, that's because of the high supply. So during the last bull run, like high supplies are like very, very appealing to the average investor, because if they see something like 22,000, like, that's too much for me, right? But or what else has a high supply up here? I mean, what's a good example? We have Dogecoin, right? Or even SHIB, SHIB Inu. It's like, dude, look at all these. Like, oh my God, you can get so much for $20. But it's like, well, yeah, but it also has a huge market cap. So this is appealing, you could say, to a small brain or smooth brain caveman, right? Which we were, but now we've okay, we started off as cavemen. What era of time do you think we're in right now? Where do you guys think we're at right now? Where are we at in the history right now? What do you guys think? We were cavemen before. We're kind of smooth brain, right? Our brains are starting to get some ripples in there, right? But yeah, I mean, when it comes to high supply, it's appealing to like the smooth brain cavemen, right? But as time went on, we're like, wait a minute, market caps matter. So Christy says, I don't know the reason for creating Cardano. It's just hype coin based on Charles pumping it with useless announcements and partnerships. Tell him, Christy. PawSwap is building on Shibarium. It's been sending. I heard about PawSwap. Yeah, I haven't got into that, but I bought more Gala and Avalanche last night. Nice. Love Gala, love Avalanche. Gala kind of made me mad, though, because they said The Rock was going to be in some Gala film thing they had, but they ended up like deleting that tweet and then just said Mark Wahlberg or some shit. So Gio says, honestly, believe Shiba will deliver Shibarium beta date release on their SXWS website, Texas Mars. Well, I hope so. They better release it soon. Like, just stop lying, bro. You know? Brian says, I get the appeal of shitcoins, but I would rather DCA into ISO coins, wait for institutional money to flow in and out, in and cash out. See, ISOs are not something I'm in, but I know a lot of people like them. L. Delbus says, Leash and Bone, very interesting on the fact of the amount of coins that will ever exist, and that alone is just intriguing. But I have to be bluntly transparent and honest that I fear for the future value. I mean, it's true. I mean, we give a lot of cryptocurrency products in our space a lot of shit for creating a ton of shit coins. Like it's like, focus on your main coin, and like no one gives Shiba Inu that, right? If you go to like their website, you can see that. What is this? That they have, okay, well, we know they have Bone, Leash, and now Treat. It's like, dude, how many shit coins do you need? Are you guys just making these so you can fund Shiba Inu and pay the devs? Or, do you guys actually care about the project? It's tough to tell. It's tough to tell. It's tough to tell. It's tough to tell, right? All right, let's get into the last story, which is pretty much, can Terra Luna recover? Right, because Terra Luna has been dumping pretty bad, actually, when you think about price action. It's actually been slowly dumping. If you go back like the last month or so, it's been slowly taking a little dump, right? Kind of dirtling sideways. We saw a sharp dip. Well, actually, this is just recent. So Terra Luna dumping down, what was it, 10% on the day, pretty much. And the overall market's down roughly 5%. So maybe it's just moving with the market. But can Terra Luna Classic recover? What do you guys think? I don't think so. Like, just being, unbiased, can it recover? I don't think so. I think that when you look at USTC, you can stick a fork in it, and you look at Terra Luna, maybe. I mean, one of the biggest the biggest stories of the collapse was, Do Kwon proposes creating another blockchain from Terra's ashes, right? And nobody wanted this, right? Nobody wanted this. CZ shared his opinion on it, which is very interesting. He's like, no one wants some sort. Right, they don't want you to launch another shitcoin project or another cryptocurrency product right away. And recently, check this out. SEC. This is on the SEC.gov. SEC charges Terraform and Do Kwon with defrauding investors in crypto schemes. So now we know Do Kwon is going to get some sort of hefty fine or some sort of jail time and those sorts of things. And either way, it's not going to be good, right? And I think the biggest thing is like all these stable coins, like, because you can say that they're not marketing to Americans, but I mean, it's like you're pegged to $1. I mean, obviously, it does, the dollar is the dominant currency around the world, right? For now, at least. But he's going to get in trouble. And so when he gets arrested or gets fines, or when this drags out in court for multiple years, does that spell the demise for a Terra Luna Classic? Now, that's not sure, but I think when it comes to Luna, well, yeah, I mean, Luna, it's like this thing is dead, I think, in my opinion. This thing launched at what? This thing was created to help out the people who lost all their money in Terra Luna Classic. Now they, made Luna 2.0. It's hard to see, in my opinion, it's hard to see this ever recovering. It just doesn't make any sense to me. What are you talking about? Luna Classic goes to $1. Crypto King said it himself. Yeah. It is delusion, right? But it's kind of crazy to see this sort of thing in this space where it's like people really believe. And this is what I'm talking about. We went from smooth brain, caveman, to like where we're at now. And the one thing we can at least understand is like, look at this. The amount of zeros don't matter in a project. It's all about market cap. If this is worth $20 per token and the market cap was exactly the same, well, and there was no burn mechanism or anything like that, well, of course, the $20 would be the same value if it was this supply or $20 per token. It's all about supply. It's all about supply and market caps and those sort of things. Market caps matter. Market caps matter, guys. It's like the Shiba Inu dream of $1. Yeah, it could be $1 in years and years and years, but and you have those doofuses saying this is going to be $1 and those sorts of things. It's like you got to look at market caps, and that's why when I look at projects like a Volt, right, which has an $80 million market cap, which is still high, it looks appealing. When like something like WAGMI, very appealing because it has a $12 million market cap. When I look at another cryptocurrency project that I'm promoting, #ad, right, that has a market cap of 581,000, very, very appealing. And they have a very good use case that we're going to use on this channel so we can mask our transactions, right? We can hide our transactions, which everybody wants to do, right? When I see something like a Tectonic or even like a Bone, I know Bone's a pretty high market cap, but when you think of like Shiba Inu ecosystem projects, dude, $500 million or 350 million, that's not a lot. Like it could really send. If under the right circumstances, it could really send under the right circumstances. So it's important for you guys to pay attention to that, Exactly. SEC already charged Do Kwon. So where is Do Kwon, bro? Where is he? What country is he in? But I'm saying these market caps, you got to look at market caps. Stop looking at price. Start looking at market caps. I know I say it all the time, but it's super important, guys. It's super important that we start paying attention to that. Just so you don't get wrecked during the latest bull run. This is my goal, guys. This next year in crypto is going to be brutal, right? Who knows what's going to pump? Who knows what's going to dump? I want us, mid-2024, during the next Bitcoin halving, when we finally have inflation under control and those sorts of things, I want us to be able to win, and to make insane money on some of these cryptocurrency projects, But we have to start looking at things that are not just, bullshit and hype. Now, obviously, bullshit and hype can get us to some insane market caps, but I want us to win. All right, so let's do a few questions, and I'm going to get out of here for the day. Guys, we're at 86 likes. Let's go 14 more likes. Let's get us to 100 likes. Let's go, baby. Smash that like button, guys. Thank you so much for all the donations today and all the memberships. I do appreciate you guys. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have 180 people in the chat. Let's go, baby. Al Diablo says the United States dollar is not only the important currency around the world, but also is the world's reserve currency. And also, I have a small faith in Terra Luna doing anything positive. The thing is, like, the community is so broken up. It doesn't make sense. Like, I remember I was trying to do like some sort of huge anti-FUD campaign because it'd be fun to FUD Terra Luna and probably get views. But as I was researching, I was like, dude, they're like gangs. You got like the Bloods on one side, you got the Crips, you got the people like that are supporting one developer and others supporting another developer. You have all these influencers hating each other. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? And the more time I spent, it's not cohesive like a Shiba Inu. The community is not cohesive. It's all kind of spread apart. Like there's so much fighting. That's what I noticed about Terra Luna. Like I came out more confused than I went in. More confused. It could drop. Let me see. Could it drop 2 zeros? I don't know. Even if it did, no, I don't think it could. I mean, it may be, but it's gonna take a miracle. Phase 4 of Terrarium Bank, brick and mortar bank. Invest in ammo. Hell yeah, bro. Duquan charges did not take away SBF atrocities. Every day, a new report of SBF is coming out, and nothing can eclipse SBF issue. No, it's dude. SBF is transcending it because yes, Terra Luna did something wrong in my opinion, but the thing is, he wasn't blatantly defrauding people. He was defrauding people wrecking people in a roundabout way, right? Hey, stake your Terra Luna for 20% APY and Anchor Protocol. Nothing could go wrong. You know what I mean? And of course, we saw a bunch of shit go wrong. Whereas SBF is literally just gambling with your money. Like, no record keeping, nothing. Just gambling with your money and having orgies, right? Obviously, there's more to it than that. So it's way different, right? The SBF debacle is way different. Way, way different, right? To me, it's apples and oranges. Apples and oranges, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Luna was a setup. What's up, Sacco? You think so? SBF makes Duquan look like a saint. Yeah, I mean, for a little bit, people were like, oh, SBF is the reason why Terra Luna collapsed. It was all which is hilarious. What's up, Sed? How you doing? Sedalam? Is that what's up, baby? How you doing? Welcome. Chris E says, Rodney, I just realized I haven't asked you the question. What's your favorite street taco? Beef, chicken, or pork? You mean carne asada, pollo asada, or adobada? Ooh, that's a tough one. Let me put up a poll here. I gotta put up a poll here. Let me end this poll. All right, what's your favorite street taco? Let's go. Favorite taco. I'll tell you mine. Got chicken, beef, pork. All right, let's see what the chat thinks. All right, it is live. All right, favorite. First of all, shout out to Bree for making some shrimp tacos. Oh, shrimp tacos are good too, but we're going to go with chicken, beef, pork. So shrimp is kind of fancy, right? All right, we have 101 likes. Thank you guys so much. All right, so I want to be honest. I like carne asada. I prefer carne asada. Carne asada over everything. Taco Bell does not have the best tacos, Manny. We can fight right now if you want to. And thank you so much, Brad, for being a member for 4 months. That eggplant was oh so nice next to your name. Chris, he says, not much into tacos. I only have gotten shitty tacos on the East Coast. Yeah, it's tough. West Coast, we're kind of snobs about our Mexican food, but for good reason. Our Mexican food absolutely schlippity slaps here, right? And we're kind of snobs about our Mexican food here, but like it's like the best. So, it's like the actual best. It's like the actual best. I am 6'1", 6'1". That's how tall I am. Beef and adobada. Oh yeah. Chorizo is good too. I like me some good chorizo for breakfast. That's very, very good. El Diablo said we could never ever technically have the price of a coin or stock if we didn't derive the coin's cost from two parts of the mathematical equation, aka total circulating supply. Exactly. Yeah, that's how you get market cap, right? Circulating supply and cost. Yeah, and that's why deflationary cryptos are tricky, but the burn rates are so fucking slow that people don't understand. Deflationary is a great marketing tactic, but it's so slow. It's so slow, right? The best tacos come from so Jack in the Box tacos are good, fresh. But first of all, they're not actual real like street tacos, like Mexican street tacos. We're talking about Mexican street tacos. But yeah, I like pink tacos. I like Jack in the Box tacos. I like all kinds of tacos, but like Mexican street tacos, yeah. Birria is good too. California, yeah, we have a taco truck on every single corner, yeah. Barbacoa is good too. Fuck yeah. Cow tongue, ugh. Tacos de lengua. Thank you, Big A. Crazy how many people out here eating ass, but that's the quote of the fucking chat going crazy. It's crazy how many people out here eating ass but don't like pork tacos. That's hilarious. You're right. All right, have a good one, Sid. All right, let's see. How are we doing? Beef is winning, bro, by a lot. Beef has 49% of the vote. Bro, where's the chicken lovers at, bro? Where's the pork lovers at? Are you guys all Arab or something? Nobody likes pork in here? Nah, pork's good too, but I like beef. Beef is the best. Oh! I like shrimp tacos too, but they never put enough shrimp in that bitch. Like literally, like yet they put like 3 pieces of shrimp and they're like, oh, it's fancy shrimp taco. It's like, bitch, put some more meat in there. Because when I get a shrimp taco, I don't think shrimp is like the main thing in my taco. It's like everything else is. When I get a beef or chicken or pork taco, it's like the meat is the main portion and everything else is just like add-ons, you know? Gringo said that's why I love playing small market cap coins due to the fact that being able to potentially exactly and yeah, exactly, El Diablo. And that's why a lot of people are turned off by SHIB. It's because it's becoming one of those safe investments when it didn't, one of those safe big market cap investments when it didn't used to be that way. Now, obviously, if SHIB pumps again towards its all-time high and smashes through its all-time high, which a lot of people think it's going to do, obviously you're going to make some good gains, maybe a 10x, 20x. But yeah, all it takes is I think Chris E was talking about how, little moon bags everywhere. And that's how I play. I have little moon bags everywhere because all it really takes is one crazy 100x to go insane, right? All it takes is one crazy 1000x of $1,000 to change your life. That's all it takes. But the issue is you have all these like weirdos out here like marketing like Terra Luna or like SHIB or these other big cap cryptocurrencies as like the next SHIB when it's like it can't do what SHIB did because of the market caps are so high. So it's probably better to just look around for better, bigger and better plays. That's why I like Volt, that's why I like Volt because Volt's at an $80 million market cap. If they can keep marketing and doing what they're doing, I mean, they can make some money. They can make a lot of people a lot of money. What about, Tectonic, $20 million market cap, or WAGMI, $13 million market cap, or freaking Pomeranian, under $1 million. At MetaMonkey AI, $3 million. It's like these guys can make so much money because they're so small. They're so small. It doesn't mean they're going to pump during the next bull run. No, but I could assume so. Who knows? And then I have moonbags and even some blue chip cryptocurrencies that are not on the front page of CoinMarketCap. There's a lot of little ones out there you could buy that all it takes is a little 1000x and your life has changed. Oh, mixed grill is good. Mixed grill is good. Yeah, they're always stingy with the shrimp. I hate pork, including pork ribs. Beef ribs are the best, bro. I like pork ribs too, but beef ribs are the best, bro. Pork tacos like M&Ms, shit just melts in your mouth. I don't like that. I like maybe tough pork. I don't know. My moonbag's only true. What nationality do you think Shaitoshi is? Black. Just kidding. Imagine if Shaitoshi was black. She would immediately lose half its market cap. Dude, Shaitoshi was black, bro. Everybody would start selling. I'm just kidding. It's funny. It's funny why I bring that up is because there was this cryptocurrency project that you guys know who it is, that I partner with. And I told the dev, like, hey, I can't do an AMA unless you at least dox to me, right? Dox to me. And he doxed me. He was a black dude. I'm like, why don't you want to dox yourself? And he was like, well, you know how people treat, he's like, I'm black. You know how people treat like black people in the crypto world. I'm like, no, I don't know that. People watch me. And I mean, it's like, so I think it's just an excuse not to dox, but nah, Shaitoshi's black, bro. Immediately sells everything off. immediately sells everything off. Just goes under. Rug pull. Yeah, I've had Phil's barbecue cycle hunt a million times. Yeah, I love Phil's barbecue. Shut up, Brian. Afro Samurai. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching me. Guys, content's going to be far and few between. I have a friend over for the weekend, and then, of course, me and Jake are sending the festival. Oh, I'll be on for the Crypto Hour, guys, today at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So come hang out if you want to get some Crypto Hour fun, guys. I appreciate you guys. Smash the like on your way out. Thank you so much for all the likes, all the donations, and those sorts of things today. And thank you so much for all the new subs. I do appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys Monday. Maybe we'll see. We might go live tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe when Jake's here, we'll see how fucked up I am. But if anything, I'll see you guys Monday for the big giveaway. Remember, just to be a part of the, to be included in the giveaway, you just got to be a member on the channel, right? Appreciate you. What huge news? Hold on. What huge news do we have? We have all the huge news, unless there's news that happened that that I don't know about. Let's see. There's more huge news. No, there's no more huge news. All right. Have a good one, guys. Peace.